Hello, Sarston here. Let's talk about everybody's favorite topic, COVID-19. This can be a very convoluted topic, and I'm sure you've heard many others talking about it over and over again. And I mean, who hasn't been talking about it over the last year and a half? It's been literally changing how we live our lives. For this video, I want to cover some key statistical information that has been pivotal in understanding just how dangerous this virus is, or more specifically, how little dangerous it is. So let's just jump right into it. To start with, all the links will be in the description. This is the CDC's website, a page titled Estimated Disease Burden of COVID-19. Pretty straightforward, right? We should also note this is for 2020 only. That's going to be important for comparing data. We head on down a bit and see an estimated 83.1 million infections in the US. The US population is an estimated 330 million, so about a quarter of the population, 25.18% if you want to get technical, was infected last year by COVID-19 according to the CDC estimates. But let's turn our attention to the 70.4 million figure. That's the estimated symptomatic illness number, or about 21.33% of the population. That's going to be the figure I use for a comparison in a little bit. Well, let's head on over to the COVID tracking project, which tracks the reported death rates from the CDC. Let's just go down a bit, and here we go. December 31st, 2020. A total of 336,802 recorded deaths. Using that death count divided by estimated total infections in 2020, we get 0.405% death rate. Wait, what? Okay. I know what you're thinking, that's an awfully small number. And if we pump that up with just estimated symptomatic numbers, we get 0.478% death rate. Which again, we need that figure in a minute. But I guess when you think about it, that's quite a few people dying. Almost 1 in every 200 or so. Whatever, let's give this something to be compared to, like, I don't know, seasonal flu. So the CDC, interestingly, doesn't really record flu deaths all that thoroughly. In fact, they give death estimates for across the country, as can be seen here. But taking these figures, we get something around 12,000 deaths to over 60,000 deaths per year. Wait, this table shows back to 2010-2011 season. I feel like something's missing. Like, something happened 2009? Maybe? Well, maybe it's not that important. So anyway, let's use the figure 36,000 deaths per year, which is the average of the last decade. We also have an estimated symptomatic illness count here on this table, and this is why we wanted symptomatic illness estimate from COVID, not estimated total infection, because apples to apples, yeah. The average amount is 29.6 million estimated symptomatic infections of the seasonal flu, or about 0.12% deaths. Alright, Sarston, what are you getting at with this? I know, it's number heavy, I get a kick out of statistics, excuse me, but here's the point of me putting this all together. Just pretty much skip to this point if you really want to have the actual information. The estimated COVID-19 death rate for the CDC is about 0.478%. Seasonal flu death rate over the last 10 years on average has been 0.12%. In other words, according to the CDC's own figures, COVID is about 4 times as deadly as the seasonal flu. Now, I know that's scary sounding at first, but think about it for a second. In a normal flu season, we don't even blink an eye about it. We might get sick and bedridden for a couple of days, but who cares? The average person isn't at all concerned about dying from the flu, much less taking any real measures to shut down their life against the risk. I mean, you probably wash your hands more, maybe a little bit more conscious of what surfaces you touch, but you're not going to start wearing masks whenever you're not coughing or sneezing. Whatever the case. Bump that risk up by 4 times as much, suddenly we shut down the world? Quite literally. In my not so professional opinion, that's some serious cognitive dissonance. I mean, it makes sense when a virus like this first comes out to lock down travel just in case, but we knew this wasn't going to be all that deadly back in April or probably even sooner, and honestly, I should make a whole video about the early indications and reporting going on, but yeah, that's a whole different topic. While I've completely skipped going into details about other related topics about this, such as dying with COVID as opposed to from COVID, or the overwhelming majority of people who have died had serious health complications already, and may or may not have died within the year with or without COVID, or the ongoing concerns going on with Andrew Cuomo, who allegedly had known infected COVID patients sent into nursing homes, which may or may not have spiked COVID deaths. Really, that alone deserves its own video. I wanted to take the CDC's own figures and show that maybe, just maybe, this is all a little bit much to be so freaked out about. And with that, I hope you could breathe a little bit easier, and feel free to use this data to share with others and hopefully have them realize that maybe this is a bit overblown as well. And also, hopefully, we can just relax about this and return to our normal lives. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. This is my first video, and if it's well received, I'll definitely see about creating more. Until next time, thank you.